Sports Talk in the Mancave. We are back once again, guys. Week 5 of the NFL. A lot to talk about. We were all very happy with the Week 4 result of the Cowboys. Great game by them. Were you all impressed with their play?
Definitely, they played awesome.
Yeah, defensively and offensively.
Yep, both.
So far,
And
we're all
both-
on course with the Super Bowl
Zeke
prediction
for
so
the
far.
second week in a row was running the ball really hard.
Yeah,
I
Zeke
like
was
that
trying to earn his money. Yeah, it was really good, man. I
for
like
the
that.
next contract, right, Gil?
That's right.
Maybe, right? Well, I think we have a lot to talk about on week 5. There's a lot of good games. I think let's jump into our picks real quick for week 5. I know there's a game going on right now, Seahawks against the Rams, and Rams are up 23-14. And Stafford's playing really good. That's going to be a good game. There's only 5 minutes left in that game. But let's go on to a couple of other games. Eagles at the Panthers. Gilbert, what's your pick?
I like the Panthers. I really like what I saw last week. I thought they really did play really well against the Cowboys. I think it was just a lot of mental mistakes, the turnovers they had. If it wasn't for that, I think they would have. I mean, it would have been a closer game. So I like Sam Darnold. I think he's getting better and better every week. I see him as a surprise team. They're going to be in there in the end.
Yeah. And Charlie, what do you think?
I think Carolina will also win it, but if the Cowboys really put some pressure on Darnold, then he threw some interceptions. So I really don't know. I don't think the Eagles have the team to beat him.
Carlito?
I agree. I'm taking the Panthers. I think the Eagles just don't have a good team.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm taking the Panthers as well. They played really good last week, and I think the Cowboys just showed that they're a better team, but I think the Panthers are better than the Eagles. Next game, this is going to be a good one. Packers at the Bengals. Charlie, you seem excited. What's the deal?
Yeah, I'm going for the Bengals. I think the Bengals could take them. Rodgers has been playing well for 2-3 weeks or so, but they think that the Bengals have the team and have the weapons to go on ahead and beat them, and I think that they will beat them. Just don't give them 35 seconds at the end of the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Carlos?
I'm taking the Packers, even though the Bengals do have a good team. They got a good young team, but I'm still taking the Packers because I think week by week, Aaron Rodgers getting warmed up, and he's getting a little bit better through the weeks.
And Gilbert?
I'm going to go on a whim also with Charlie. I think the Bengals, look for them to upset the Packers. They may not be better than the Packers, but I mean, teams are going to have games like this, and I think this is one of those games.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bengals as well. Surprise pick and surprise
All
pick.
right.
Yeah.
Next game, Patriots at Texans. Texans not showing much as of late, man. Gilbert, what do you think?
No, I think that the long neck of the law, what's his name, Mills, the new quarterback they have, I think he's going to get rocked by that Patriots defense coming off a loss. Look for the Patriots to blow him out.
Yeah, Charlie?
Yeah, I don't think that they're capable of beating the Patriots. I don't think that that they have a good team at all. I mean, they're probably close to the bottom.
Pretty sad, man.
So,
And Carlos?
The Texans suck. I think Patriots are gonna. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but I think it's gonna be a low-scoring Patriots win.
Yeah,
The
Patriots.
reason I think it's a blowout because Belichick against rookie quarterbacks, he does pretty well. And I mean, that guy has a one start under his belt, and I think they're going to confuse him.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Titans at the Jaguars. Should be a good game.
I don't know. Coming off a loss, I think the Titans they're going to come out pretty pissed off. They should be able to handle the Jaguars pretty easily.
Carlos, what do you think?
I don't think the Jaguars are getting a win this year.
Wow. So
Because well, I don't know. I'm sure you all heard about the whole drama with the coach.
Urban Meyer.
yeah,
A player recently came out and said that he has no, like, what is it called? Nobody respects him in the locker room anymore.
wow, that quick?
How are you gonna win a game like that?
That was quick.
yeah.
They lost
That's
respect
one
that
thing.
quick, huh? That's pretty sad.
That's one thing. They have to respect the coach. And I think that even though the Titans have some injuries, I think that they're still going to beat these guys. I mean,
Yeah.
when your coach is the one
Causing
getting
the problem.
all the bad press and getting everything, that is not good. It's multiplied by 100. If it's just a player, well, a player. But if it's your head coach, not good.
Yeah, I'm going with the Titans as well. I was trying to see if anybody would pick the Jaguars. All right, Lions at the Vikings. Gilbert.
Oh man, it's gonna be the Lions' first game. Win. Let's go out on a limb. I'm gonna say the Lions are gonna win one. They're gonna steal one, and they're gonna upset the Minnesota Vikings. I never liked Cousins. I haven't made up. I always expressed that, and I think that the Lions have been playing some teams pretty close. I mean, if it wasn't for a 6-yarder, they would have been the Ravens. So look for
Vikings
the
are
upset.
minus 10.
What?
Vikings are minus 10.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow, Carlos, your favorite quarterback. What do you think?
The golden arm. I'm taking him. I haven't heard much of him this year, but I'm taking him.
Yeah, Chale, what do you think, man?
I don't think the Lions could beat them. No.
Nah,
No win for the Lions this time.
Vikings it is, man.
Go with the Vikes.
Broncos at Steelers. It's an even.
That is even. And I'm going with the Broncos. The Steelers haven't shown much. Ben is not moving around, not even the little bit that he would move to get away from sacks. He's not playing well at all right now.
Mhm.
So
And
The
Gilbert.
Steelers are at home. They're gonna have the
I'm
terrible
going-
towels out. They're coming off a loss. What's his name? Broncos quarterback is hurt. I don't even know. I guess Locke is starting. I think the Steelers will win this week.
I'm taking the Steelers too because I feel like it's going to be Ben's last little push to keep him as starter because if not, he's gone.
Really? Think so?
Yeah.
This is a tough one, man. I mean, Broncos are 3-1, Steelers are 1-3. I'm leaning towards the Steelers, but you know what? I'm gonna go with the Broncos. Broncos are gonna take it.
Broncos.
Dolphins at the Buccaneers. Bucks.
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 Any
No
It's
discussion.
tempting. It's
But-
tempting.
We don't got to explain ourselves.
what? We all know that Brady's the GOAT,
It's
right?
tempting to go against the weak link.
Saints at Washington. Gee, I'm taking
What are they
Washington.
doing?
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, the Saints don't have any weapons right now. Everybody's focusing Kamara, so I think the Washington will put some pressure on Winston. They'll win.
Yeah, Charlie.
I think that the Washington defense has to step up. They haven't been playing what they were billed to be playing
Right.
at, but I think that they're going to step it up this week and
Yeah.
they'll stop Kamara if that's the only thing they have to stop.
Carlos, what do you think?
I'm taking the Saints. The Aints.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're both 2-2, but Washington's just showing a little bit more lately. Browns at the Chargers.
It's going to be a good one.
That's gonna be
That's a
great
good
game.
one.
Yeah. Chargers -2. I don't know.
I'm taking the Chargers. They look
Chargers.
real good.
Gilbert.
I'm taking the Browns just because their defense looks really, really good, and look for them to put some pressure on Herbert, man. I mean, I like Herbert a lot, but I don't know. The way I saw that Browns defense, after what they've done to a couple of teams, especially the Bears, I mean, I'm really impressed with the Browns defense.
Charlie.
Yeah, no, I'm going to take the Chargers on this one. I think that they do have the team to beat them. They don't have the mental mistakes to let the team in the game. I think that they'll run away with it.
Yeah, I think the Chargers are taking it too. Bears at the Raiders. I'm going with the Raiders.
Raiders.
Gilbert, what do you think?
Taking the Bears, I saw the Raiders' offensive line, and they really couldn't stop the pass rush with Joey Bosa. Look for the same thing with Mac and the other ends to do that. I think they're gonna pull the upset and beat the Raiders. I know it's 10 points, but I like the Bears.
Charlie.
5 points. I'm sorry, 5 points spread.
I think I take the Raiders on this one. I'll
All
take the Raiders. I think that they can pull it out, maybe even win by 7.
Here's another good one. 49ers at the Cardinals. That's a good one. I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
I take the Cardinals. Take the Cardinals straight out. I don't think the 49ers are playing that great.
Gilbert?
Cardinals.
Taking the 49ers upset week.
Boo.
Bunch of upsets this week.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. That's
Gilbert.
Arizona -5. Are you sure?
I'm taking the 49ers.
Okay, I'll go back to you later and make sure that you're accurate with that.
Okay.
All right, Giants at the Cowboys. I'm going with the Cowboys.
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 The Cowboys are playing very, very well.
Yeah.
Both sides of the ball they're playing great. So I think that the Cowboys will have a big win.
It's gonna be a blowout.
Yeah, let's hope so. Hey, this next one looks like game of the week, man. Bills at the Chiefs.
Bills.
Who's favorite? Kansas City's favorite, 2.5.
I think the Bills will take it. The Bills are a good team.
Chiefs.
Chiefs, Bills. And the last one, Colts at the Ravens. Ravens, remember
like
they can make
Ravens.
80-yard field goals, so
Ravens.
I go Ravens. I
I
mean,
like the Colts. Colts are gonna win this week.
I'm going Colts. Because of the coach.
hmm.
I don't know. No controversy on that, coach. All right, so now let's move on. We have our picks. We have a new little segment called "What the Hell Were You Thinking, McCarthy?" And this one is going to be Gilbert's segment because he has something to say about this guy.
Oh man, where do I start? I think it goes back to last week. I mean, a couple of weeks ago when they played Tampa Bay, when McCarthy couldn't even call timeouts, and you see the referee going to McCarthy. And man, I think it's a good time to call a timeout here. He really doesn't know what he's doing. They're trying to help him. Even the officials try to help him out. And then the next week goes by, and he goes for what's it called? He goes for a 2-point conversion on the number one defense early in the game. You really don't do that against the number one defense. You try to secure your points. You take the points and you move on, and then denying the penalty on the fourth down to go to the fourth down, right? He denied that penalty. I mean, kept our defense on the field for a while. It could have backfired. It didn't. We got lucky, and that's what happened.
What did you think of the call also on the clock management? 1:55 left before the half, and he doesn't call a timeout. Lets the clock run all the way down, and
Exactly.
get the ball
That's my
back.
point. That's my point exactly, Charlie. It's just like the referees try to help him out. You see the referees going over there. He's like, "What do you want to do here, coach?" And he's like, the guy's clueless, and we're still. It's kind of like we hired another puppet. He reminds me a lot of Garrett. What does he really do? He doesn't call the offense. He doesn't call the defense. He doesn't run the special teams. He doesn't do anything. What does he really do?
Manager.
Everybody, not even coaches, not even ex-coaches, just anybody that watches football, it's timeout, and they're just letting the clock run out. God bless.
We're playing very well. We're winning despite him, and I hope it doesn't go down to coaching.
So what the hell were you thinking, McCarthy? Huh? Yeah, I get it. We'll come back to you next week and see if you made any bad choices this coming week.
Yeah.
Let's hope not. All right. So one more thing we got to talk about here before we move on to the next thing. There is we know one of our friends here in Alpha Cave is Dr. Horacio Diaz. He always gives us a little comment. He's a big fan of the losing Dolphins, and they are doing very bad this year. They're one
Very
in
bad.
He can barely even comment on Facebook without not sounding bad there. But hey, I wanted to offer a moment of silence for the Dolphins because they are doing
Bow your
poorly.
heads.
Y'all can please bow your heads for 5 seconds. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Thank you, guys. I'm sure Horacio will appreciate that very much.
Please help them out.
All right, guys. Let's move on to our buckets very quickly. I know we went through our picks, so let's see what your buckets are. Chale, do you have a bucket?
Yes. Even though the Bengals are not favorite, I think that the Bengals will beat the Packers. Book it.
I like it. Gilbert, what do you got?
I think I mentioned it earlier. The Bears are 5.5-point underdogs versus the Raiders. Look for Justin Fields to have his coming out party. Book it.
Ooh, Carlos.
So the Steelers and Broncos are even. Broncos are 3-1. Steelers are 1-3. But I'm taking Big Ben and the Steelers. Big Ben's gonna have his little comeback game this week, and he's gonna get going again. Book it.
Nice. And Charlie, you stole my thunder. I'm going with the Bengals. Book it. Double book it. That's right, guys.
That's
Now,
funny.
we made some choices. It's earlier in the season. We talked about some things, and we had some hits and some misses. And I know Gilbert and Carlos specifically talked about a couple players. And Gilbert, let's start with you. Some of the things that you hit on, and maybe some that you missed on.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of obvious. I thought was Justin Herbert. I mean, I liked him since he got drafted. I thought he was real special. I always compared him to Lawrence from Clemson. I'm sorry, but I mean, he may be better. You know, the way he's playing. I mean, it's still early and we're always a prisoner of the moment. I know at the beginning of the year we said all the rookie quarterbacks were special, and look how they're doing now. You know, so I think I might have jumped the gun with a couple of them though. I jumped the gun with Kyler Murray. I think me and Carlos both said that we were kind of iffy on him, and he's been playing lights out. And so that was a miss. And another miss that I had was Aaron Rodgers. First game of the year, he played terrible. We're already ready to, throw him out the door and say he's done. And he's proved me wrong.
RELAX, right? Okay. Yeah, Carlos.
One of my misses that I'm kind of he's been playing okay. He came on last game, but I thought Zeke was going to have a bigger impact. And before last week, we've been saying that what's his name was having a better season than him.
Pollard
was having a better season than him. And I thought Zeke was really going to come out and try to prove himself this year. And he did good last week, but Pollard did good too. So Zeke hasn't been what I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to be amazing, and he hasn't been. So that was a miss. A couple of my hits where I did say, and I remember we talked about it, I did say Trevor Lawrence was not going to win this year. I said he was going to struggle terribly. And then somebody said he's never lost a game in high school and college. He's going to be successful. I said he's never faced adversity, and that's what he's facing right now. And now his coach is just piling on top of that. So he's gonna struggle there. And that was a hit on that one. And then I also hit on Matthew Stafford. When I heard about the trade that he was going with the Rams, I was like, finally, he has some people around him. He has a good coach with him. We're gonna see what he's truly about. He'd been carrying the Lions to every single win they had before, and now he has a team around him. So I'm happy to see that, and I call that one too.
Yeah, that was a hit. Charlie, did you have any hits or misses?
Well, I'm going to call it a miss because when Lyle Collins went out for his suspension, I thought that the line, that Steele wasn't going to prove himself, that Steele wasn't good enough to be there. And Steele has been playing great. He might even take his position if Lyle Collins continues to be controversial.
All right, very good. And I've had no misses, so I'm just gonna move on to the next segment. All right, let's do a surprise player this year. What has been your surprise player? And Charlie, let's start with you.
Well, just like I said right now, and I should have just used him better as my surprise player.
Yes, sir.
Thinking that the Cowboy line wasn't as deep as it is. I was thinking this guy's going to come in. He's not going to do good. So these last weeks, Steele is my surprise player. Keeping that offense good, doesn't allow sacks. I mean, he's really good.
All right. Carlos?
There's been a few players that surprised me that I thought were not going to be. It was some that I didn't know about, some that I thought were not going to be successful. Kyler Murray's one of them, but I'm not going to use him. Trayvon Diggs has really, really. So who would have thought from the secondary that sucked terribly for like 3 years in a row, and now we have the guy leading the league in picks? Like, that's amazing to me. So Trayvon Diggs is my surprise player. Pollard coming in close second.
Good choice. Yeah. And Gilbert?
Okay, from the Cowboys, I have Randy pass the blunt Gregory. He's been playing lights out recently. I think he had 2 sacks last week. He's in. And the other guy is the guy he's playing right now on with the Rams. Cooper, 2 girls and a cup. That guy is playing lights out. He's probably the best weapon right now in football right now, leading all the receivers and catches. I like those 2 guys.
Yeah. And I do agree with you. I'm going Randy Gregory. I did not expect him to get any sacks like he never does. and he got 2. He was playing with some energy. I think it's because of the rookies on there, Parsons, that are maybe pushing these guys a little more because they know that these guys might take their jobs, you know? And so I think he's playing a lot better. So, yeah. And last thing, now the Cowboys did cut Jalen Smith, right? And he found a home in Green Bay now.
Green Bay.
What do you guys think about that cut?
I had some friends on Twitter, on Facebook, that played linebacker and that kept calling him out and saying that he sucked. And I see him, but I don't know, linebacker position, whatever. I don't know the details. And then I see my linebacker friends calling him out saying that he sucks, and I never noticed it. And then when they cut him, I was like, damn, they were right. Like, he really did suck, I guess. And then I went back and saw video clips of him, how there's this fake effort. Like, he's not explosive. He's all behind everybody. So it surprised me that they cut him, but then I look back at it and it's not that surprising. And now that the Packers picked him up, I purely think it's because they think they can see the Cowboys deep in the playoffs and he might help them out.
Yeah. Yeah. Gilbert?
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. I mean, look, we're getting a bunch of guys back. We got Keanu Neal coming back. We have Parsons beat him out. They actually drafted a linebacker in his own position. We have Jabril Cox, the rookie, that's way better than him at covering guys out of the backfield. I started getting tired of seeing Smith tackling guys after 30-yard gains and doing the swipe. I kind of got tired of that. I mean, the guy was celebrating after every mediocre play. It was just all, it was all spark. It was all bells and whistles. He wasn't producing. Half of his snaps got cut last week, and it's going to help us out because we have reinforcements coming in. They're going to fill that gap. Also, in the secondary, it's going to help out a lot. Also, because our number 2 pick, that they were predicted to be a number 1 pick, Kelvin Joseph, he's going to be opposite of Diggs this week. So look for him to make a big difference as well in our defense.
Nice. And Charlie, what do you think?
I think he just lost it. I see him a lot bigger. He's not as fast as he was. I don't remember if you remember seeing him flying from sideline to sideline. I mean, I remember him stopping a quarterback at the 1-yard line, and that was speed. He has speed and power, but I think he lost a lot of the speed. He can't cover very well. He's backs are outrunning him when he should be cutting an edge there, and it wasn't happening. He had some good plays, of course, because you're on the field, but he was only on the field 16 snaps or so, and so they were already seeing the same things. And I guess Carlos's friends that were saying that had to be right because I was seeing the same thing.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think everybody was seeing the same thing there, I guess, because he is gone, and let's hope he doesn't help the Packers too much. But
let's hope that he doesn't get on a diet and trim out and start really working out.
Do a Zeke.
Motivation.
Yeah.
All right, guys, week 5 is going to be great, man. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's watch these games, enjoy them. Any last comments by any of you guys?
Cowboys. Super Bowl.
Go Cowboys.
All right, guys. Guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Take care, guys.
See ya. Adios.